the fatum in which
The what?
the fatum.
Can you guys guess what word she's trying to say? I'm looking at the transcript here, so I can see, but I don't think without the transcript that I could understand what she was saying.
The fatum.
And you know why?
Presidents, prime ministers, authorities, ladies and gentlemen. It is a great honor for me.
Honor? Okay.
It is a great honor for me.
Okay, so I mean, if you guys don't know that, we usually pronounce that word honor with a silent H. We don't pronounce the H there. Yeah, we just say honor like that.
To be here with you today.
Today. Okay, so is she being understood? Yes, but will you ever hear a native speaker say today? You will never. I mean, you could find, okay, sure, one of you great internet sleuths will find an example, but it's not an example of someone speaking naturally. If you find that example, it's an example of someone making an extreme exaggeration that is not natural. We use the schwa every time. We say today. It's not natural to do it any other way.
As well as to all of you for this.
How did she do that? Comparative.
As well as to all.
Yeah, so you see, she said as well as, right? So she has a little bit more attention on well.
As well as to all.
Right, but she needs to make reductions. She shouldn't be saying, if she wants it to be easy to understand, as. It should just be is, right? Reduction means remove that vowel sound so that in the stress parts, the vowel sound does stand out, right? So she said as well as instead of as well as. Hear that? Listen. As well as, 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 like that, right? Do not, pronounce those little words clearly and completely, because it doesn't make it easier to understand. It confuses a native speaker.
The fatum in which.
The what?
The fatum.
Can you guys guess what word she's trying to say? I'm looking at the transcript here, so I can see, but I don't think without the transcript that I could understand what she was saying.
The fatum.
And you know why? Exactly what we just talked about in this lesson. What was today's lesson? The R sound. And what did I tell you not to do? I told you not to make contact with your tongue against the top of the mouth. So she's doing that for her R sound. And for my ears, it sounds like a D, because in American English, that is how we make a D sound, not an R sound. Listen.
The fatum.
The fatum, the fatum, the fatum, the fatum. Right? That's the same as Spanish, right? Fatum. Well, I mean, like the R sound, right? With the contact. So she applied the techniques that we just went over in the beginning of the live stream, and she eliminated that contact there, and she let her musicality go up and over her tongue. She would go from the fatum, which is not easy to understand, to the forum. Hear the difference? Fatum, forum. Fatum, forum. Forum. This is the only one that will be easy to understand for an American listener.
Strategic direction of the country.
All right, hear that? Direction.
Strategic direction.
Direction. Direction. Do you guys, can you tell?
Strategic direction.
Is it really obvious which syllable is the stressed, primary stress? I don't think so.
Strategic direction.
Direction, a little bit. I mean, there's a little bit extra attention on rec, but if she changed it from die, right, to the schwa, it would be way easier. Right? The whole purpose of not pronouncing the vowel and just replacing it with is to make it obvious to the listener if it's stressed or unstressed. So if you say direction instead of direction, right? Can you hear the difference in that contrast? Direction or direction. Direction. And that way, when you start like that, it's obvious that it's unstressed. But if you say die, my American ears don't know, okay, was that stressed? Was that unstressed? What's going to happen next? But if you say then it's obvious that nothing is going to come below that stress.
Italy proud, and that will Italy accept with.
All right, so I mean, it is her country, but like that is not how it would be easy for us to understand the pronunciation, right? We use the flap T. Listen to her again.
Italy proud, and that will Italy accept.
Italy, Italy. Hear how it's all in the mouth? Italy. Instead of this, listen to the vibration. Italy. Italy. She said Italy, Italy, or Italy, right? Mine has way more vibration. You can trace that vibration down here. That's what I talk about when I talk about the body, voice, and placement. Right? That T, changing that T doesn't sound cool in American. It means it's unstressed for our ears.
Characteristics.
All right. Carita. I don't think that even she would think that that sounds clear for an American.
Characteristics.
Characteristics. Character. Okay, do you guys know why? Why doesn't it sound clear for American ears? Because it's all consonant sounds. It's all consonant sounds. Character. And it's all in the mouth. It's the opposite of what sounds clear for us.
Characteristics.
Characteristics instead of characteristics. See how I put all that attention on the musicality and the vowel and the drive? Characteristics. She said characteristics, right? When you do that mouth sound with the consonants, right? Not only are you highlighting the opposite of what we expect, because we expect vowels, but you also don't give the attention in the pitch. It's impossible to drive the pitch up because that pitch comes from the body. So when you hear me say characteristics, it's because I'm using musicality and melody. Here, when she said characteristics, there's no musicality. All she could do is push explosions, right, which don't create an up and down drive of the resonance and vibration. It's impossible.
The profound meaning of a word that in times as unstable and unpredictable as ours.
I mean, that was pretty good overall. I thought that was pretty easy to understand. You know, if you were going to be picky, you know, she's replacing this was from your last night live, the difference between I and E, right? And she's saying dictable instead of dictable, right? So she's using the she vowel where we would use the sit vowel. Listen to this.
The profound meaning of a word that in times as unstable and unpredictable as ours.
Instead of did, unpredictable like that. But that's a small thing. I mean, like the rest of that was actually pretty good. Nice job. What's her name? Meloni. Melanie? I don't know how to say her name.
True cooperation, that is.
Okay, true corporation. So it sounds like she's almost in corporation because she's eliminating a whole syllable. She's eliminating the secondary stress. This is a 5-syllable word. So there's more than one syllable that's stressed. There's more than one syllable that's unstressed. Right? So in these stressed syllables, there's a hierarchy. There's a primary stress. There's a secondary stress. Listen to mine. Listen to this. Cooperation. Cooperation. Can you hear? Asian is definitely the primary stress. Cooperation. But she's just saying, like, how does she say it?
True cooperation.
Corporation. It sounds like she's saying corporation, you know, like a business entity instead of cooperation, right? So that's why, you know, rhythm and syllable stress is so important. That word just completely changed.
Not cooperating with them.
She just said it again, cooperating. Right? Maybe she wants to start a business, but I mean in the transcript it says cooperation, right? So yeah, seems like she doesn't care too much about pronunciation. All right, guys, what's up? Welcome, man. You guys hit that like button. Let me know which country you're watching from. What's your native language?
Yesterday.
So today's class was about the R. The R sound, the here she misses the sound. There's no Listen.
Yesterday.
Yes. How should I say yesterday? Yesterday. Instead of yester. You hear that? Yesterday. Right? And that's important because our ears, remember, following vibration. So she said yesterday. I think should be understood, but it's distracting. Yesterday. right? And the more of those little distracting moments you have, the easier it is for someone to like drift away and lose the point of what you're talking about and start focusing on how your pronunciation sounds instead.
For their hospitality and
So this is ah. She's saying oh. Remember, I told you guys this oh sound doesn't exist in English.
for their hospitality.
You see how her lips go ho ho ho. That doesn't exist. We don't have that. This is ah ah ah. Right? Hospitality, same thing. 5 syllables. So it's the secondary stress. It's not as important as hospitality, but you can't make it small like this. Say hospitality or whatever. It's just ha. You hear the space back here? Hospitality, like that.
Of the continent, in areas
Same thing here. Is that how did she say it? Continent.
of the continent.
That one was a little bit more open, like con. It wasn't so much like oh, cool. So good job. How do you say her name? Meloni or Melanie? I don't know.
It is an open platform for putting our
Putin? Sound like she's talking about the president of Russia. Putin? So she's using the wrong vowel, poo, ooh. She's using oohs and boo. This should be uhs and push. And then again, the fact that she's not showing the listener that the T is unstressed because she's pronouncing it as t instead of d. It just makes the listener. It puts all the responsibility on the listener to interpret what she's saying instead of just saying it in a way that the listener just knows automatically what she's saying. Like, listen to this.
It is an open platform for Putin.
For Putin, Vladimir Putin, right? Instead of pudding. That's how it would be easy to understand.
An infrastructure backbone that will connect African markets to global ones and bring people, ideas, and economies closer together.
All right, I mean, it's just not that much rhythmic contrast. I mean, all of her stress and unstressed parts are living in this like kind of same zone. I think the way she pronounced the vowels, they were maybe not perfect, but they were very similar. But without the rhythmic contrast, again, it's a huge piece that the listener has like scrambled to put together on their own. Listen to this. Listen.
An infrastructure backbone that will connect.
Infrastructure backbone. Right.
Connect African markets to global ones.
African markets to global ones. African markets to global ones. Instead of African markets to global ones. Like that. So, this is what, I've had people get in my comments. Some dude on LinkedIn was telling me, well, if you just pronounce the vowel sounds clearly, then you'll be, rhythm and rhythm doesn't matter. Well, yeah, rhythm does matter because we just saw right there. It's not easy to understand if everything sounds the same. I mean, I don't know why he didn't just Google that before he started getting in my comments, but he didn't reply to me. I'll tell you that.